I'm going to talk specifically to postal workers, those who work for the United States Postal Service, because I'm sure you've seen the government has offered an early buyout, a voluntary early retirement option. Want to look into this decision, you got to know all the different variables and things like that so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. So, for those that work for USPS, the Postal Service is offering this optional retirement opportunity, and it's for employees that are represented by the APWU and the Postal Mail Handlers Union. You have a time frame to make a decision. This is time sensitive, which is why I want to just focus this episode on this subject. For those that are in the clerk craft, mail handler, motor vehicle services, the maintenance craft, information technology and accounting services, National Postal Professional Nurses, Human Resources Shared Service Center in Greensboro, Headquarters Facility Services, Administration and Building Support, and National Material Customer Service Center. These are generally the crafts that are eligible. Now, if you are eligible, you should have received a letter or should receive a letter by February 3rd outlining this offer for voluntary early retirement. And you can definitely look at a lot of different areas to see what's going to be going on and what's all included in this, and if you're eligible to retire. But really, if you're in any of those crafts that I mentioned, if you have 25 years of service, you can retire at any age, or if you're age 50 with at least 20 years of service, you're going to be eligible for this voluntary early retirement option and this buyout that they're offering. Now, I said it's time sensitive. So when you look at all the details and you see if it's something that you want to take advantage of, you've got to run the numbers, see if it makes sense for you. And we can do that for you. We can help you out running the numbers, and you can go back and look at your retirement eligibility, or your retirement calculation after you determine if you're eligible, to see if it makes sense. Because here's how this typically works. Normally, if you try to retire early, number one, you wouldn't be able to, because these are not normal retirement requirements for federal employees or for those that work for the Postal Service. But there's not going to be any reduction if you're underage, right? If you're retiring early, there's not going to be any reduction. You're going to get your full pension calculation based on the amount of years you have and your high three and the calculation, which, if you're familiar, if you remember, if you're taking advantage of this, and let's say you're under the age of 62, which most of you probably will be if you're looking to take advantage of this, then it's going to be 1% of your high three for every year of service. That's going to be your annual pension. You should still be eligible. We can get some finer details for the FERS supplement, but there's also a buyout that they're going to be offering, and the buyout is $15,000. That's going to be paid in 2 installments. The first should be of $10,000 by August 15th of 2025. The remaining $5,000 on August 28th of 2026. They're going to spread it out over 2 years. But this is for folks that are looking to take advantage of this voluntary early option. Again, any age, if you have 25 years of service, if you're at least 50 years old and have at least 20 years of service, you can take advantage of this and take the voluntary early retirement option. So just understand the implications of this. Number one, it's cool that you can get out earlier. You can get a lump sum. That lump sum may or may not go that far if you're trying to make up a difference in income that you're making prior to retirement. My normal recommendation is to talk to somebody, go over your situation, see if it makes sense for you, because you will get a pension for the rest of your life. And if you're looking to get into a different career, have another job lined up, or things like that, this could be an option for you to do it without a penalty.